everybody's wrong. Rewrote the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in? Wrapped around. Wrapped around. Wrapped around.
Hi guys, welcome back to Click, and this is another epic impressions video from Im. This time we're doing the HTC 10. Now I've been running this phone, I'd say about 48 to 72 hours, 2 to 3 days basically. I've got it all set up. I've dropped my SIM in it, I've dropped my micro SD in it, I've got my files on it, I've got the phone set up the way I usually do, and this is my, I guess, quick impressions on what I think. So I'm going to start off with the build, guys. I've had HTC M9, M8, M10. I didn't have the M7, so can't compare it with that. But this particular one is on point. I mean, the build quality is precise. I always had issues with stuff like the SIM tray and the micro SD tray not lining up or not sitting right once they're installed. And with this phone, none of that's happening here. I've always had issues with rattling volume rockers and power buttons on HTC phones as of the last few years. Again, none of that is happening here. Definitely notice an improved build quality as well as attention to detail. The chamfers that everyone's talking about really aren't a big deal. They feel great in the hand. I threw a skin on the back just to help with in-hand feel because I like rocking it naked most of the time. No issues there. So build is definitely a go. Now the screen, QHD LCD, really nice, beautiful colors, sharp, deep black. Sorry, let me brighten that up so you can see it a bit. Deep blacks, good color reproduction. Sorry guys, trying to run things on one hand is not working. This thing is bugging out on me. All right, here we go. So now you can see here, this is a black wallpaper. I've got an icon pack here. I switched over to Nova, which is what I do with most of my phones. So this is what I do, and this is how it is. And you can see it's super smooth. It's pretty much a stock look, very similar to like a Nexus phone. I did get rid of the Sense launcher, which is a lot of the interface from Sense. So basically it feels very much stock to me. Now let me show you some of the settings here, and you can see there's additional HTC Sense features and whatnot in here, but overall the look and feel is very much stock. There's a theme store and a section to modify and adjust everything from font to, you know, overall theme to wallpaper, you name it. You can pretty much, it's almost infinite in terms of what you can theme on this HTC, which is a really cool look. I have to say it's really good to see the ability to customize it almost endlessly. So that's a little bit on the software. I don't want to get too deep into that, but I'll definitely say it's good. It's smooth. There's been no lag. It's a little slower than it used to be. I have a feeling needs a few bugs probably need to be worked out. It does pause for a second, but other than that, there's no lag per se. So no issues there. I don't like the what you call Sense version of the messaging app, so I use a stock one. I am running a theme, and so I've changed it up a little bit, and I like the way it looks. Now in regards to the speakers are okay. Not as loud as the M8, which we did have a showdown between this and the Nassif's M8. And the M8, in terms of loudness, they're almost the same. Maybe the 10 is a bit louder, but the M8 sounded a whole lot better. The sound was full, the bass was better, the mids were better, the highs were better. Overall, just sounded so much better. Blew this thing out of the water. So if you're into dual speakers, this is definitely a fail in that respect. Now in regards to the camera is so far so good. I mean, I've mentioned in my other videos, I'm not a photo buff per se. I don't take detailed photos. I don't go into the fine granular pro mode and deal with the exposures and this and that. It's auto, it's on. I snap the click button and away we go. So I did take a couple of pictures, and I can kind of show you what they turned out like. Here's one. So you can see for yourself here. I mean, the detail, whoops. There we go. So the detail there is pretty good. The color reproduction is great. And you can see the blurry effect around the back. It's just one of my son's cars on the sofa. And, you know, I thought the picture turned out fantastic. And there's another one here of, well, let me see if I can find it. Me and my boy, Nassif, up to our usual antics. Here we were testing out the front-facing camera with OIS, and again, turned out really good. Color reproduction was good, and you know, no complaints. So a huge improvement on the camera. The fingerprint scanner is fine. There's no issues. It's fast. It's responsive. I've never had it fail on me yet, and I use it for, you know, everything. When you turn off the screen and you hold this, it does go right in, locks. It's real fast. Unlocks, sorry, real fast. The touch capacitive buttons are good. Work great. You know, there's no issues there. I like how they light up, and you don't have to be right. You don't have to be completely precise. So if you're in that general area, they work. Okay, battery life has been fantastic. On my first day out, while setting up and everything, I got 5 hours and 40 minutes, almost 5 and 38 minutes before it completely died on me, screen on time. And it was almost a day and a half. And this was setting it up, you know, going through the settings, the whole deal, downloading files. So it was in my version of the beast mode. So that was impressive. Second time around, I got 4 hours and I believe it was 4 hours and 28 minutes screen on time. And then today so far, I got it off the charger yesterday. I'm at 50%. I pulled it off the charger at 6 o'clock this morning, and I'm at 49%. I've had my Android Wear watch connected to it all day. I have Bluetooth in the car. I'd say average use for me. And if you want to have a look and see what the screen on time is, look, I can show you that now. Where's my battery? Power. So there we are. We're only at 1 hour and 51, almost 2 hours screen on time, and I'm at 49%. So at this rate, if we continue down this road, we're probably looking about, I'd say 2 to 4 hours, 4 hours and 30 minutes, give or take, by the time it completely would die out. But, you know, I'm happy with it. I can go almost 2 days with this battery, based on my usage, of course. So, you know, no issues there. So there it is, guys. Those are my quick 48, 72 hour impressions of the 10. And I will give you a final impressions over the next, after I use it for a few weeks, and I'll give you, you know, what I really think about this phone, whether I think you should pick one up or not. If you have questions, any comments, anything you want me to test out, I will run some Geekbench scores and post them on Instagram. So check out for those, and Antutu. And if you want to know where to pick one of these up, I'll put a link in the description. But again, this has been Im, and I'm out. Peace.